it be awesome if we could travel to Italy right now? However, we can still experience a country's culture and tradition via its food. I recently spent time with Louisa and Janelle as they showed me how to cook classic Italian dishes with a modern method, the Thermomix. Check out part 2 of Buongiorno Italiano, where we're going to be making a coffee McFlurry and a delicious Italian ricotta donuts.
All right, now it's time for our Italian ricotta donuts. So with this recipe, you actually make the ricotta from scratch. 1800 grams of milk, so full cream milk. That will heat up for about 15 minutes. And then once that's done, obviously it will ding when the time's done. And then you add the vinegar, and that will also cook for a few more further minutes. So while the ricotta is going on the other machine, I'm going to do the citrus curd on here. So whisk goes in. And then all we're going to do is add the rest of our ingredients. So I've already measured everything out. We've got 30 grams of orange juice. Got our lemon juice, 20 grams. If it's a bit more or a bit less, it's not going to matter too much. It obviously just will change the flavour and how strong it will taste. Some caster sugar, 110 grams. 80 grams of butter. Popping that in. And we've got some eggs. So 2 eggs I've already cracked in there and pop them in. And as it's all preset for you, 8 minutes at 80 degrees, and we're turning that dial to speed 3. So that's just going to basically cook and whip up our citrus curd. When it's finished, we'll pop it in the fridge and let it cool down to set a little bit. Time for a dance?
Yep, let's do it.
Beautiful, so that citrus curd is cooked.
Yum.
Oh wow,
That smells divine, doesn't it?
Smells amazing.
Yeah.
Just with that little bit of orange in it, it gives it that extra flavour, which is nice. You can smell that
Beautiful,
coming through.
like a bit of thickness to it as well.
Yeah, so we'll set that in the fridge.
So while Louisa's Italian ricotta balls are cooking away, we are going to start with the crema alla caffe. It's asking for 60 grams of sugar, which I have mixed with the instant coffee, because the next step's going to ask me for about 5 to 10 grams of instant coffee. So because it's all going in together, I've just mixed it all together. So I'm just going to add it all in. So 60 grams of sugar.
So Janelle, is this a warm drink or a cold drink?
It's actually quite a cool drink, and it's beautiful on the palate just after everything. After a nice big meal, it's something really lovely to finish off.
So perfect to go with dessert.
Exactly.
Tea it up with
exactly.
dessert.
I've already added the coffee, so I've put in 8 grams, because it just depends on how strong you want the flavour to be at the end.
Yeah, fair enough.
Put in 5, it's going to be a little bit lighter. Put in 10, it's going to be a little bit stronger. So just that bit of a coffee blend. So what we have to do for this recipe, and it will tell you in the beginning as well, is you have to freeze, your skim milk that you add in here has to be frozen. So the best way to do that, instead of just freezing the whole container in the freezer, separate it into ice cube trays. It's easier to get out and easier to put in, and you don't want them to be too soft. So as soon as you're ready to put them in, grab them out of the freezer.
Could you use coconut milk as a dairy-free?
I haven't actually tried that yet, but I'm pretty sure.
There's no reason why.
I don't see why not. It probably just give it a bit of an extra different flavour.
I mean, coconut milk's quite thick too, so I think you'll still get that creaminess from using coconut milk.
It is so frozen. It's
surely we'll be. Have you wiggled it?
It's stiff. Right, so now we've got our skim milk frozen ready to go. So I'm just going to pop 250 grams of that. 244. 255. Perfect. All right, so now what we're going to do, thank you, Louisa.
That's all right.
Is we're going to pop the lid back on. And this is going to blend it for 12 seconds. All right, so it's pretty much just like an icy at the moment. So I've inserted the butterfly whisk, pop the lid back on, and now for 2 minutes, it's going to whisk it and fluff it all up perfectly for us. All right, so that 2 minutes is up. So now it's asking me to remove the butterfly whisk. I'll actually show you how that has come out. So that has fluffed up absolutely beautifully.
Yum, that looks great.
It looks so good.
So it's not quite an ice cream and it's not quite a
No, it's
smoothie. So it's like a in between, isn't it?
You still need, yeah, it
So you
definitely
still use
is.
a spoon to eat
Yeah,
it?
we did last night. I still think it's probably soft enough to still drink, but I think
Yeah.
you'd want to be using a spoon.
Yeah. So this would be amazing in summertime on a nice hot day.
Definitely, definitely. This would be perfect.
All right, we've got our ricotta here that I've cooked up, which is basically our milk and vinegar. I've got a nut milk bag I've popped into our aroma basket. You can use a muslin cloth as well, does the same thing. But basically I'm just gonna pour it in now, and that is gonna separate our ricotta from our liquid. And that's gonna let it sit in that for about half an hour to separate and firm up. Now it's time to make our donuts. So ricotta is done, as you can see. That has come together
so well.
beautifully, hasn't it? So I've added the egg already. That's gone in. So just one egg. We've got 20 grams of caster sugar that's going to go in. 150 grams of plain flour. So 50 grams of full cream milk. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder. It says just a quarter lemon zest. And 150 grams of our reserved ricotta. So, as you can see, that is just beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's add that in.
What I love about ricotta is that it's quite versatile and you can go either savoury or sweet. It really does do a lot of dishes.
Absolutely. My husband this morning used my leftover ricotta over some toast, a little bit of honey and some nuts. So
There you go.
that was his breakfast. So 5 seconds on speed 5. Done. How easy was that? Now let's get them cooking. They are cooking away, so just basically deep fry them in the oil, and they'll actually rotate themselves once they're cooked on the inside. They'll brown up nicely, and then we'll pop them on some paper towel, let them just soak for a little bit to drain, and then we'll finish them off afterwards. Well, look how they've turned out. They look great. So this was just some caster sugar and cinnamon that I've popped in a bowl. The recipe does tell you to do that, but I've pre-done that. So I've actually got some of my dad's own honey here from his beehive. So I'm literally just going to sprinkle and drizzle some honey over the top, like that. So this is maybe a little bit of a healthier option if you don't want to coat it in sugar. And then I'm going to sprinkle some pistachios over the top as well.
Yum. Oh wow, look at that.
How's that?
Beautiful.
Which one are you having?
Oh, I might start with the lemon curd.
All right, I'm going to go with this one.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers, Louisa. These are great.